Welcome all of you. In this video lecture, we will going to understand about yet another form of mutation known as heteroploidy. First of all, let us understand what a ploidy means. The number of sets of chromosomes in a cell or in the cell of an organism is called ploidy. For example, in human there are 46 chromosomes, that is 23 pairs of chromosomes. So there are two sets of chromosomes. So we are having a diploid number, or we can say we are diploid organisms. So a ploidy shows the number of sets of chromosomes in an organism. Heteroploidy, on the other hand, means a set of chromosome having different chromosome number than the normal set of it has. Having an abnormal chromosome number that deviates from the normal diploid number of a given species is called a heteroploidy. For example, human beings have diploid number equals 2n, okay, and if it becomes 3n, for example, our haploid number is n and n equals 23, so we have diploid number equals 46, and if 23 becomes 2n, then it is diploid and it is the normal form. But if it becomes 3n, 4n and so on, then it becomes abnormal form, and this is known as heteroploidy. Heteroploidy not only means the complete duplication of the haploid or diploid number, but even a duplication or deletion of a single chromosome. Now let us understand the different types of heteroploidy one by one. As you can see in the figure, it is mainly classified into two groups, euploidy and aneuploidy. Okay, so what is euploidy, what is aneuploidy, and what are its various broad classification? Let us understand each of them one by one. Euploidy is the state of a cell or an organism having one or more than one set of the same set of chromosomes, possibly excluding the sex determining chromosomes. For example, most human cells have two of each of the 23 homologous monoploid chromosomes for a total of 46 chromosomes. A human cell with an extra set out of the 23 normal ones would be considered euploid. Euploid karyotypes would consequently be a multiple of the haploid number, which in humans is 23. A single extra chromosome, such as in the case of Down syndrome. Karyotypes are given names with the suffix ploidy used for euploid karyotypes. Euploids are further classified into monoploids or monoploidy, diploidy, polyploidy. Okay, let us understand each of them one by one. Monoploidy is the state when the number of homologs present for each chromosome is 1. Okay, while diploid is the case of euploid in which the number of homologs present for each chromosome is 2. See, this is the karyotype of a normal somatic cell. Here, there are 2 homologs of each chromosome. Okay, so this is known as diploid condition. When 3 homologs are present, then this is known as triploid. Then if 4 are present, then it is known as tetraploid, and so on. A ploidy more than diploid is known as polyploid. See, what is monoploidy or haploidy? Let us discuss it in detail. The nucleus of a eukaryotic cell is haploid if it has a single set of chromosomes, each one not being part of a pair. By extension of cell may be called haploid if its nucleus is haploid. An organism may be called haploid if its body cells, that is somatic cells, are haploid. The number of chromosomes in a single set is called the haploid number, given the symbol n. Haploids can be artificially produced by any one of the following methods, that is X-ray treatment, delayed pollination, temperature shocks, hybridization, etc. Haploids in some cases, as in male insects, are found as a routine and are produced due to parthenogenesis. In these insects, queen and drones are haploid females. Haploid may also originate spontaneously due to parthenogenetic development of egg in flowering plants. Such rare haploids have actually been obtained in tomatoes and cotton under cultivation. Rarely haploids may originate from pollen tube rather than from egg. In diploid, what actually happens? There are two sets of genome, as you can see here in the karyotype given. There are two homologues of each. In polyploid, or the polyploid cells and organisms are those containing more than two paired or sets of chromosomes. Polyploidy is found in some organisms and is especially common in plants. In addition, polyploidy occurs in some tissues of animals that are otherwise diploid, such as human muscle tissues. For example, highly differentiated human tissues in the liver, heart muscles, and bone marrow. It occurs in the somatic cells of some animals, such as goldfish, salmon, and salamanders, but is especially common among ferns and flowering plants, including both wild and cultivated. Further, polyploids are classified as autopolyploidy and allopolyploidy. Autopolyploidy is a condition where the doubling of same chromosome sets takes place, while allopolyploidy is the condition where there is a interspecific hybridization you can consider. Okay, or in allopolyploidy, there is a duplication or multiplication of different chromosome sets takes place. Okay, an allopolyploid resulting due to chromosome doubling in a sterile hybrid derived from hybridization between two unrelated diploid species is also called as amphidiploid. If the parental species are polyploids, the derivative will be called as amphipolyploid. Autopolyploidy is the even-numbered multiples of haploid number of chromosomes, and it may be tetraploidy, hexaploidy, or octaploidy. For example, you can consider as humans. Although humans do not show polyploidy, autopolyploidy especially, but to make it clear, I have taken the example of humans. Our haploid number is 23. So tetraploidy means a condition where this 23 is multiplied by 4 and becomes 92 chromosomes. Okay, so tetraploidy means 4 times the haploid number. Hexaploidy 6 times the haploid number. Octaploidy 8 times the haploid number, and so on. So autopolyploidy is the condition where the multiples of haploid number is even. Okay, while allopolyploidy is the condition where there is a heterogeneous multiplication takes place. Okay, you can see in the diagram here what is happening actually. This is the karyotype of human genome. Okay, and see here the 13th chromosome, one of the homologue is getting doubled. So this is different from what we have understood yet. We have understood in euploid that the complete set gets doubled or tripled and so on. Okay, but what if only one or two chromosome gets doubled or tripled? So this type of mutation is known as aneuploidy. Okay, so what is an aneuploidy? An aneuploid or aneuploidy is a condition in which an individual organism whose chromosome number differs from the wild type or the original blueprint by part of a chromosome set, not whole chromosome set. Generally, the aneuploid chromosome set differs from wild type by only one or a small number of chromosomes. Aneuploids can have a chromosome number either greater or smaller than that of the wild type. Aneuploid nomenclature is based on the number of copies of the specific chromosomes in the aneuploid state. For example, the aneuploid condition 2n-1 is called monosomic. As you can see here, aneuploid condition where there is only deletion of one of the chromosome is known as monosomy. Okay, while if two of the chromosome is deleted, then it is known as nullisomy. To make it clear, just look at the karyotype. If one of the chromosomes, say this is chromosome number 3, if one of the chromosome from the pair gets deleted, then this is known as monosomy. But if both the chromosome number third, both pair gets deleted, then this is known as nullisomy. Okay, while yet another type of aneuploidy is trisomy and tetrasomy. In trisomy, what happens? There is increase in the chromosome number. For example, in chromosome number 13, see, there is increase in one of the homologue. So this is an example of trisomy. In tetrasomy, what happens? You can consider that one more copy of this one takes place. Then what happens? This is the condition known as tetrasomy. So aneuploidy is the condition in which the chromosome number differs from the wild type by a part of the chromosome. Okay. Monosomy, let us understand each of them one by one. Monosomy is the form of aneuploidy with the presence of only one chromosome from a pair. Okay. Partial monosomy occurs when only a portion of the chromosome has one copy, while the rest has two copies. Monosomic chromosomes complements are generally deleterious for two main reasons. First, the missing chromosome perturbs the overall gene balance in the chromosome set. Second, having a chromosome missing allows an early deleterious recessive allele on the single chromosome to be hemizygous and thus to be directly expressed phenotypically. You can take the example of Turner syndrome to understand monosomy. What actually happened in Turner syndrome? It is a syndrome generally considered to occur in females. Just imagine that this is the karyotype of a human female, okay, having two X chromosomes. One of the X chromosome is missing. So what is the overall number? 44 plus X, not second X, because second X is missing. So people with Turner syndrome typically have one X chromosome instead of the usual sex chromosome. Turner syndrome is the only full monosomy that is seen in humans. Okay, all other cases of full monosomy are lethal and the individual will not survive. Okay, next example we can take as Cry-do-chat syndrome. What happens in Cry-do-chat syndrome? The Q arm of the fifth chromosome gets deleted. So a part is also missing here. So it can also be considered as a form of partial monosomy. Okay, in nullisomy, what happens? The complete homologue pair gets deleted. Okay, so nullisomic is a genetic condition involving the lack of both the normal chromosomal pairs for a species and is represented as 2n minus 2. Humans with this condition will not survive. Nullisomy is caused by non-disjunction during meiosis. Okay. Now let us talk about trisomy. A trisomy is a type of polysomy in which there is 3 instances of a particular chromosome, as I have told you that this is the condition of trisomy. Okay. Trisomy in humans is very common. Okay. For example, trisomy of 21. If the 21 number chromosome, one of the homologue gets doubled. Consider this is 21 number chromosome, one of the homologue gets doubled. Then this is trisomy of 21 and it leads to a syndrome known as Down syndrome. If the trisomy of 18 number chromosome occurs, then it leads to a syndrome known as Edwards syndrome. And if the trisomy of chromosome number 13 occurs, then this is known as Patau syndromes. You have heard about these syndromes in your class 12th bio. Among these, trisomy 21 and trisomy 18 are the most common. In rare cases, a fetus with trisomy 13 can survive, giving rise to Patau syndrome. Autosomal trisomy can be associated with birth defects, okay, and shortened life expectancy. One more example of trisomy is Klinefelter syndrome, in which the X chromosome of a normal male gets duplicated, converting the normal blueprint of chromosome into 44 plus XXY. Here the male have one more extra X chromosome, due to which it will develop a breast and feminine characters. Now let us talk about tetrasomy. Tetrasomy is a form of aneuploidy with the presence of 4 copies instead of the normal 2 of a particular chromosome. Okay, it is also lethal. Autosomal tetrasomy, uh, we can take the example of cat-eye syndrome, where the tetrasomy of chromosome number 22 is present. See, if the chromosome number 22 gets doubled, this one gets doubled, this one gets doubled, then total 4 chromosomes are present, then this condition is known as tetrasomy of chromosome number 22, and it will lead to a syndrome known as cat-eye syndrome. Okay, so these are the examples of aneuploidy. I hope you have understood the gist of ploidy. Thank you very much for listening.